Well, and we're talking about the Enneagram results. Yep. So, question one, what type are you? I'm actually, I resonate with 5. The helper, which is 2, romantic, which is 4, perfectionist, which is 1, loyalist, which is 6, and the challenger. And then the next question is, how do I decide what type I am? So I've been lucky enough to see that they've given us descriptions for all, and among all the 5, I'll describe several parts that actually relate to. For example, the challenger. It's hard for me to trust anyone. I don't trust anyone. I either go in, all in or out. I have verbal skirmish whereby I dare people. I'm always honest and blunt. Justice is always my priority, whether you're good or bad, I don't care. And it's easy for me to say no. Opposition is always welcome. Decisions are from my intuition, and then I release. I'm always straightforward. And if you're not straightforward, you lose my attention. I'm too nice people. Oh, sorry, too nice people. Actually, people that I'm skeptical of. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? A good offense is better than a good defense. I mean, there's a reason. Don't touch those I love. I can't stand bullies, and this hardcore has actually a very sweet tender part. Then the perfectionist part that I resonate with is I'm very critical. I hate mistakes. I need details always. Used also I love self principles. Once you're on my bad side, I wish you well. But on another table, I notice things are out of place as soon as possible. That's the first thing that I say. I'm very critical, and I worry about the worst case scenarios. Basically, fear leads me. I need you to do your part if I'm doing my part. If I'm doing my best in a project, I need you to also actually put in your best in a project. And I'm also extreme in regards to how I want things to be. And when things are a lot, I either procrastinate or, shut out. Then as a helper, I struggle to say no, but I'm a great listener. When someone is so seeking me out, I'm a very great listener. I attract people who tell me their stories. I need healing all the time. I'm told that I'm psychic-ish, but I feel like it's intuition, and I'm lucky enough to understand that I can read the room by this power. I can tell this person is powerful. I can just directly see it. I love I like my home or my space or myself feeling safe for others to be able to to come and confide in me. My emotions are always over the top. So it's too sensitive, and it's either borderline or not. I'm conflicted when my needs are not met, and I'm angry when not of fund are appreciated. Basically, that and more, because I resonate with that a lot. Then for us, the romantic, all the descriptions I was resonating with. I like things dramatic and refined. I don't like anything ordinary. Normal is so boring for me. I never feel like I belong. I always have that void. Too many feelings in a day. I don't know what to do. It's just one here, that borderline. People think I'm aloof, but I feel like I'm so awesome. Like, I love me, it's me. I prefer to be approached. I don't like approaching people. Melancholy is like my friend. We are so comfortable with the sadness. We're okay with it. We let the emotions flow in. And I do the opposite of what I'm told. I don't like being told what to do. I love solitude, and I like disappear a lot. Overly happy people, outgoing, exhaust me. I get bored. I want to just run away from them. I'm always looking for an ideal mate. I have commitment issues, so whenever someone is through and I see they're giving me their best, still I feel like there's something lacking, that I need more. I'm very self-conscious. I'm always misunderstood, especially in my communication. I feel like I'm saying this and something else is being delivered. I pull you in, and then after that, when I get bored or anxious, I push away, I withdraw, and I have heavy abandonment issues. And the most important, I'm so creative and innovative, but I swear to you, you won't see me executing anything. I'll give you 1,000 ideas, and I won't be a part of doing it. And then as a loyalist, I'm always planning for the worst. Fear drives me. I don't trust any person in authority. I feel like, don't think that you're perfect. I always have that. Don't think that you're perfect, because you'll actually be ruining people and all that. I'm told I'm loyal, compassionate, and always understanding. And then I have a lot of anxiety. I mean, it's my friends or proud, so I usually just plan things and then disappear. I act fast in crisis, but then later when I crumble, I wonder about the worst case scenarios. Even when I'm in a relationship, when I'm so happy, I'm like, okay, she's going to leave me, she's going to go do this or something like that. Then fear leads me, as I already said. I don't like unpredictable situations. I don't like change. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and I have to, break down to be able to build myself. It's hard to stop worrying, and I'm not comfortable with extremists, regardless of the fact that I am. I'm very pessimistic. I'm always looking out for the worst case scenario, but at the same time, I work through it. I don't trust people who give so many compliments. I'm like, what's your side of the story? As as a loyalist, I'm very skeptical of new things. I got to know you for a while to trust you. I love affirmations, but please don't give me any responsibilities in addition to the affirmations. And it helps having things in my kind of order. I have that bit of OCD, so yeah, that is all that in the 5 types. And then I briefly describe my type as I understand it. So as a challenger, I am non-conforming, daring, and liberal, always ready to question and work in my principle. Justice of all sides should be given even to a person who is a wrongdoer, because there's a reason why they did that wrong thing. And I'm always very straightforward and blunt. I will give it to you blunt, unless I'm lucky enough to think before I talk, which is rare, which is there's no time for that. Then as a perfectionist, I need my things a specific way, disrupting my space. If my phone is like this, I want it that way. If it's like this, don't touch it. Don't take my pencil. Like, don't touch my stuff. And then I'm somewhat extreme, I'm too critical because I'm always looking like, oh, that place is dusty, that place is musty, it's not organized or something like that. And then I'm self-involved and love control. And it's looking out for the worst case scenario. Then as a helper, affirmation is a need. That's part of my love language, and with great intuition towards people's needs and myself. Or I'm told I have the psychic abilities because I have the wisdom that I always keep pouring in regards to people needing me. And then I'm a great listener, and people are always finding space in me and confiding in me. I'm very sensitive, which comes with empathy for myself and others. And most of all, struggle to say no when sought out, because I know you really need me. So why should I say no? Because you need me, you saw me and you needed me. Then as a romantic, melancholy is my friend. I don't know if it's pronounced as melancholy or melancholy, whichever it is. That one is my friend. I'm just sensitive. I like solitude. I like to disappear. Always having the void of seeking for more. What is missing? What is missing? I'm worthy of more. Where is it? I greatly dislike anything no more ordinary. I feel like uniqueness should be everything. Like, that's why I say authenticity, because I feel individuality is uniqueness. And then I never fit in, that's the truth. I've never been in a crowd where I'm like, okay, I fit. No, there's always a part of me that is so weird from the rest, and the rest are all the same and uniform, which is so boring. Then I'm an outgoing spirit, but to the normal I am called I'm weird, so it's okay. Then as a loyalist, lack of control sets me off. I love control. I love to know that these things are supposed to go this way. So when they don't go that way, it sets me off. I start feeling anxious, anxiety, and depression walks in. Then I'm extremely pessimistic because I'm always thinking the worst case scenario. What if we don't do this? So I have to prepare. I have to prepare A, B, C, D, and E. If this doesn't happen, instead of actually being optimistic. But I'm learning to undo that, or I'm learning to heal that part of me. It takes long for me to trust anyone, even after a while. I'll trust you to be yourself, but I won't trust you for me. I'm always looking out for the worst, and I dislike responsibilities. But I like that added girl, affirmation. I like it, but don't give me responsibilities because you think I'm very good at stuff. Okay, so for the fourth question, which says, what did you relate to in the descriptions of the tapes? What did you relate to? So I gave the above description of everything that I related to, which is 99% of all the 5 of them, which is the challenger, the perfectionist, the helper, the romantic, and the loyalist. But what I didn't relate to is that in the challenger, which is type 8, I didn't relate to the part of not respecting people who can stand up for themselves, because I know we're made of external, influences which actually affect us and give us traumatic experiences. So that actually can put down people's systems, and I understand that. Then the perfectionist, I didn't relate to the description of being economical with money, because I like to spend my money. It makes me happy, even if it's the last cent. If I need something, I need to go for it because I need to quench that feeling. And then also things being right or wrong or black and white. I feel like there's a gray area in everything that there are things we can't explain. We can't explain. We can't explain the supernatural that happens. We can't explain the Holy Spirit as much as we learn about it. So there's always a gray area. And as part of the helper, which is type 2, I related to most descriptions besides the fact that there's codependence. As much as I'm present for people and I love people being present for me, I know how to detach, because if I don't detach, my cup becomes empty, and when my cup is empty, I can't be there for people. So as much as I'm present, I know how to detach and then come back when my cup is full, because I need to do self-healing before I am present for others. In the romantic type, I resonated with everything 100%. Then the loyalist, I didn't relate to the part of not being sure that I made the right choices, because I make the choices as per my gut, per my intuition, and then afterwards I release to the Holy Spirit. So yeah. Then for the fifth one, which is the last one, what are your initial thoughts about how understanding your Enneagram type will enhance your self-awareness, self-management, and leadership? First of all, my Enneagram has been a shedding light into my self-awareness, and this has created a beginning path of walking a healthier journey. I mean, it's accepting the vulnerability of who I really am without shame. I mean, I was being described and I was happy. I was embracing it. This comes with guidance, not only for myself, but also for the people that I serve, for the people that I work with, for the people that surround me, and embracing different personalities, without judgment or ridicule, and which leads me towards, fighting the false self, and also guiding others to avoid the false self. All this insight is a tool for me towards having transformational leadership, having transformational spaces, and embracing people's uniqueness and individuality. So that has been me, Sissy, and thank you.